Hello everybody, Drew here. Tip of the Mitt Flips, where every 100 subscribers there is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you're subscribed for a chance to get something. It is a very minute giveaway, but it's what I can do, so that's what it is. Got, I think, 11 orders going out today. So pretty good weekend. Nothing crazy as far as packing goes, so that's also a bonus. First thing up is Treasure Garden CP902. Treasure Garden CP902. That is a extra large umbrella cover. Umbrella style cover. But it's for an umbrella, so I don't know why that'd be umbrella style cover. I don't know what that means. But either way, $23.39 plus shipping on that one. Then we have 4x4x7 1/4 clear acrylic case. We are down to one of those. So these really were great. If you haven't watched it yet, very long time ago, one of the first videos I did was about how to profit from Beanie Babies. And how to profit from Beanie Babies is the Beanie Babies themselves, lot them up, take what you can get, but the clear acrylic cases, clean them up and sell them because you get decent money and they sell fairly quickly. It's been, I don't know, probably about 3 months and I sold through all of them, made a few $100 off those. $17.98 free shipping for those. Then we have Xbox 360 250 gigabyte hard drive right here. It's covered in bubble wrap, but that's what it is. I got that with 2 Xboxes that were broken. I got the 360 to work. I got the hard drive to work. I didn't get the hard drive to work. The hard drive just worked. I reformatted it so that it comes, you know, clean and blank, so that it's, you know, you don't want other people's information out there or whatever. $29.99 free shipping, so that basically paid for everything else. And like I said, I got the 360 to work. That's listed with a game and a controller. The Xbox One, I know what's wrong with it. I'm having trouble fixing that thing. And what it is I guess with the Xbox Ones, there was, like it can get like corrupted or something, but you need to update the file. So I need to get a flash drive from Microsoft off my computer, download the program, plug it in the Xbox One, and from what I see, that should also work. So overall, that'll be a great score. Problem is, I don't have an Xbox One controller, and you can't use an Xbox 360 controller, so I don't know how to get myself through the menu. Also, I don't know if I'll be able to link it up to it because it's not currently working. I don't know, yet to figure that out, but I think once I do, that'll be working perfectly. $29.99 free shipping, if I didn't say that already. And then this one of 2 items going to Shelby Township, Michigan, so that's nifty. I don't know why, but I still enjoy when things seem, I don't know, interesting to me about where stuff is going. So this is Lego Duplo. I think I took an offer on this, but I'm not positive. Lego, there we go. Lego Duplo shovel. That came with a bunch of other, it was like a bunch of Hot Wheels cars. I think they were Hot Wheels, but I paid $3 for the whole bag. I sold all of the, no, they weren't Hot Wheels. What's the other brand? I don't know. They were vintage cars. They were vintage car toys. I paid $3 for the whole bag. The cars sold last week for $50 plus shipping. So this stuff is just, anything else that sells from it now is just added extra, you know, profit. Because, you know, why would you list something that I got $4.50 free shipping? Because I already listed the other stuff. I got $50. And so now I'll make 75 cents off that. But it took one picture. It was a simple listing. Throw it in there. It doesn't take up any space. It takes me 15 seconds to pack it. Like it's not something I would do if I was part-time. I've said this before. These are the type of items you can throw in when you're already going to be doing it or it's already in your workspace. Like the other option for that was to throw it away. I wasn't going to donate it. I'm not going to, you know, take that somewhere. That's going to waste gas. The other option was throw it away. So I took one picture, put it away, and $4.50 free shipping. Then we have Pyrex 343 arches, fish scales. Not sure what the pattern's actually called, but that was how other people described it. Right there. Yeah, 343. Yep, that's the one right there. 1.5 quart, $22 plus shipping for that one. I looked for the lid, and then I looked at all the other listings. I didn't see a single one sold with a lid, so I don't know if that one actually has a lid option. I thought everything Pyrex had a lid available, but it didn't seem like anybody else sold it that way. So I decided to quit looking, because I have a box of lids right there. So there's a good chance that I do have that lid, but I wasn't going through that extra work. I do need to get rid of that box, though. Whether that means list it or whatever, it needs to get out of here. Then we have lot of 4 vintage Tupperware 8-ounce tumblers. Let me see where that's located, actually, because I have multiple sets. Don't want to get that confused. That is on C4, A, B, C4. That's down here. What do we got? Oh, yep, easy peasy. There we go. But set of 4 tumblers. It's 2 different sizes, smaller and larger. Tumblers, I say it every time, but look out for those. If you get them cheap enough, they sell easily. They pack easily. $8.99 plus shipping for that one. Next, another small. Surprises me every time, but I like it. Chess piece. It's a white pawn, and that one sold for $8.09 free shipping. And then actually, I just, right before I picked up the camera, had another one sell, a white pawn, not same person, also to Shelby Township, Michigan, so that's not far from here. But that second one, I took an offer, and that one went for $6.99 plus shipping. But either way, that's all profit. I paid, I don't know, a couple bucks for the whole chess set, chessboard and chess pieces, and it was missing like one piece. So I sold the board for 20 bucks. So right there, I think I did 20 bucks free shipping. I don't remember on that. But right there, I already was well into the profit. And now I've sold probably 7 or 8 chess pieces out of the set. And like I said, it surprises me every time that people buy individual chess pieces, but that's a legitimate thing. It happens. Another one of those items where part-timer, limited space, limited listings, I wouldn't really mess with it because you could list better things, more profit. But for me, I've already got tons of inventory. It helps to pepper in a couple of those, you know, couple dollar, easy packing. If this was something I had to throw in a box or had to do some bubble wrap, then it wouldn't be worth it then either. But I literally throw it in an envelope, put a label on it, it's gone. Then on B2, we have a Superfly Sock Monkey B2 right here. I think I listed it as used because it's new with tags, but the tag was pretty beat up and there was some tape on it. So I didn't want to get like a bad review or something like that, but that's what that is. Let's see if the batteries are dead in it. Yeah. Oh, nope. I used to work at a toy store, and we would fling those. What you do is you stretch the arms out, and they shoot, and then they make that terrible monkey noise. But I worked in a toy store, and we would just fling those things all over the store, hit a customer. We were young and dumb and didn't care about people. $13.49 plus shipping for that. Actually, sorry, free shipping on that one. And then this I got out of local family video. All family videos went out of business, but my local family video, I got this. I paid, I want to say $5. I got 2 of them. It's a vinyl Joker movie poster. It's very big, 4 foot by 3 feet. Right down here, you'll see the picture. I'm not going to unroll it, but this is it right here. I got this one, and then I got a one that was Trolls. But the Trolls one we hung up in the kids' room. Very big. So, you know, all of a sudden the room went from blank white to this huge, it was fully decorated. So it made things easy. I had that listed because there was no comps. I had it listed for $100 plus shipping. And I've had more than 5, less than 10 offers. And they were all the offers were around 50 bucks. You know, some 30, 40, some, you know, 50, 55. And I was just going to hold off. And then another one came in, an offer for 50 bucks. And I said, okay, well, the market is telling me this poster is worth $50 because I may have it listed for more, but the only offers I'm getting are around $50. So they offered 50. I countered with 60. They took it. I said, that is good for me. So that is, yeah, $60 plus shipping. And that is going to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. So that's going from Sheboygan to Sheboygan. There's a Sheboygan, Michigan and a Sheboygan, Wisconsin. But actually, ours is CH. So if I've always thought that ours is supposed to be Cheboygan. So is it our accent that murders our own town's name, or is that how we pronounce it? I don't know. Because there's a lot of accent things that are basically just northern Michigan mushmouth, which you've probably heard from me. I don't notice it so much until I go to edit and I go, man, you got to work on your English. Then in the old inventory system, took an offer on this, but yeah, that's good profit there. Oh, I see why. Oh, they paid a colossal amount of money in shipping. I was like, no, there's no way that's worth that much. But it is. No, they did. Wow, that is a lot of money. Corning Visions from France. Corning, you'll see it. Some of it's like Canada, France, US, all over the place. But V25B Amber saucepan. So it's probably a big one. Yep, that's a big one. This will be the most difficult thing to list today, but that's a big boy with the lid, no chips. But I took an offer, $33.29 plus shipping. So their total order was like over $50 for this item. So I will pack that very well. Might end up sending it FedEx or something just so I can make sure it makes it. So I can pack extra, make the box too big, more than I need. But yeah, extra packing. I won't do box and box, but I'll make sure there's enough room on all sides. And at that point, USPS is probably going to be a little too expensive. So maybe I can send it FedEx and save them a couple bucks. Because I probably only paid $4 for that. So $33.29. That's great. Then took an offer on this. Went back and forth a couple times over a cheap item, but they offered me $2. Like, I probably paid more than $2 for it. But either way, it's been in the system too long. It's got to go. It is Corningware Blue Cornflower 1 pint skillet. Blah, blah, blah. It's probably got some code number, of course. See, I have 3 of them sitting there, 1 there. It's got to be this one. Let's take one that's cleaned. It doesn't have a sticker on it. How about that? And there we go. It's a cornflower blue skillet. Like that. I don't know what you would actually cook in these. It looks like it'd be better as decoration than as an actual cooking device. $4 plus shipping for that. And that's actually only going a couple counties over. And then last thing up, like I said, is a second one of these. A second white pawn for $6.99 free shipping. So it's weird, but it's working. So what I am going to do, I think today, is list this second bag of pieces I have, because they're a little different, you know, less shiny, whatever, but just because they're selling and I'm out of 2 different, I think I don't have any bishops left and no more knights or something, so I might as well list them so I have at least one of everything that makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. I have a lot of listing to do today. I did some sourcing at Salvation Army, went to a garage sale. If you watched one of my last videos, wasn't a great sale, but it had 1, 2, 3, 4 VCRs, and then I thought this was a cable box, but it's a DVD player, so that probably isn't even worth listing. And then I got these cups as well. I'll probably keep a couple for myself, and then there was no solds for those, but there was a listing. And, you know, it's Miguel Cabrera. He's one of the greatest hitters of all time. If they're not worth something now, they'll probably be worth something sometime. But they're stadium giveaway cups. They're not giveaway, but they're, you know, you get a beer at the stadium, your $15 beer or whatever stupid price they put on it. It's ridiculous for cheap beer. If it was good beer, maybe, but it's Bud Light stadiums. How dare they? I did mention before that over the weekend, I was going to try to figure out a schedule for myself, because that's something I'm struggling with, where I need to figure out when I'm listing, when I'm sourcing, when I'm doing all these things. And what I figured out is it's not that easy to figure out. Sourcing, I kind of have to do like the garage sale I went to. Popped up first thing in the morning. I wasn't even supposed to be working, but you know, that's still technically work. So I just had to take off and do that. I don't know. It's still, I think I'm going to get better at it as you know, next couple months go along. I'll figure out a good system, but it's not something I think I can just write down at 9 o'clock, you list from 9 to 10 o'clock or something like that. And then you film, or I don't think that's going to work. I think I need to stay fluid and stay focused. So as long as I'm doing something forward, something that's progressing the day forward, I think that's going to be okay. Luckily, like I said, this is a really easy listing day. This is the most difficult thing, and that's not even that difficult. I've mailed so many glass pots and pans at this point that I have a system. It's easy peasy. I'm not going to do it today, but I'll next time I sell one, I'll put it in the video to show off. But I need to do a lot of listing today, because something I did decide is how many listings I need to be doing per day to have a viable income. And what I figured out is, as long as I list on average through the month 10 listings a day, doesn't seem like that much, but when you have to do all the other things of running a business, some days that's a lot. And depends on what you're doing. Like if it's you know, this kind of stuff, you got to test it, clean it, pack it up, all those kinds of things. And all that adds up time-wise. So as long as I average out, because of course, the other side of that is it'll take me 15 minutes to list this bag, and that's going to be, you know, 30, 40 listings right there. So, and if they were closer to what the other ones look like, which they're not, because these ones have like a shine to them, I would just increase the quantity, but they look different enough that they need their own listing. One thing I did figure out over the weekend, though, is that I forget how little I knew when I started out, as far as shipping, listing, packing, sourcing, every aspect. I forgot how many little things I know now and take for granted that when I started out, I had no clue. Just endless hours of searching YouTube and watching somebody and thinking it was good advice, and watching the next person and thinking it was terrible advice, and it was this advice on the same subject. So what I think I'm going to try to do is, at least once per video, I'm going to add in a tip, a trick, advice. I'll try to keep them mostly eBay related, because that's why people, I think, watch. For, you know, some people might watch because they, I don't know, like my haircut. Probably not. But because they need the information, and they want to get that information from me, so I'd like to provide something. So I did have a, not so much a question, but a comment. Hello, fellow Michigander. If you're from Michigan, that's what you're called. I am a beginner reseller, and I watch every week. This is from Heather Costin. And Heather, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I am learning tons from you, and I just wanted to say thanks. Keep posting. One thing I cannot find on YouTube is how to price something. Now, Heather, and anyone else that needs this information, there are many different ways to do it. I only do 3 ways. The first and easiest way is, let me find something here, is say you want to price how much this Windex is. New products with a barcode is the easiest ever. You go to your eBay application. You pull up your eBay application. You go into search. You hit your camera there. See that? I didn't even zoom in, didn't even get closer, and boom. It tells you how much a bottle of Windex is. then you can filter it by different things. Like say mine is used. There's no used option, so that doesn't help, but you could normally filter that. Or say, this is what you got to do next, is you go down to sold. You click on sold items, and then you can see how much Windex goes for. The next way would be the exact same thing, but say it's this this pot right here. That's a Corning Vision Amber. And just to save on time, we'll go with that. And normally you would, it does have a part number for the lid here and for the pot here. And then you would type those in as well. But then that also brings up current listings. And again, you go and you sort sold listings. And then you see the sold listings, which if you're not looking out for Corning ware, you're not doing it right. Hard to pack, the bigger ones, very fragile because it's glass. But as you can see, the money is there for it. The money is there for it. And if I go back up, you'll see this number, 2,400 results. That means in the last 3 months that 2,400 Corning Vision items sold. So that is a continuous seller. That is money that you can generate continuously. You put it in your store, it will eventually sell. Not a ton of money on all of it. Same thing with this. Not a ton of money, but these, you put them in your store, they will sell. You price them right. And so that's what we're talking about. So you go and you'll see what I like to do is I'll do two options. I do this and I'll filter my, oops, here we go. I will sort. You go to sort and I'll first sort by lowest price plus shipping. And I'll see what the bottom is. Like what's the least amount of money people are taking for an item. And usually what you'll notice is the lowest is because they put it up for auction. I don't do auctions. The only time I do an auction is if I don't care how much money I get for it. I just want it gone. I'll start it at a penny. If it sells for a penny plus shipping, at least it's gone. And then the next thing I will do is then I sort by and recently. So then that gives you kind of a range, like how much are people getting and then how much is the lowest bottom price. So you want to be somewhere between the two, closer towards the high end. And then the third way I price things is I use external sources, which there are many. One that you get for free with having an eBay store. It is not worth paying for. I repeat, do not pay for Terapeak. It's through eBay. I think you can get it outside of eBay. It's not that great. But if you have an eBay store, it comes for free. You just type in your item and all it does is it searches eBay listings further back than the 3 months that you get with the normal app. And I want to say it still only goes back like a year. I'm not positive. But if you have something that you're having trouble finding, it can help because it can extend that out further. But if you do want to pay for one and it goes even further back, still using eBay pricing, it's called Worth Point. Now, Worth Point is worth the money if you're having trouble finding something. Now, when you end up using Terapeak or Worth Point, something to keep in mind is, one, why aren't there sold ones? Is it because it's rare or is it because it doesn't sell? Those are the two things that could be happening. So say you find an item, again, Windex, vintage antique Windex, and you got no sold listings. So you go to your Worth Point or your Terapeak and you find some sold listings and it sells for an okay amount of money and you go, oh, okay, this is how much it's worth. Then you have to go back and look and see how many are listed. Now say this vintage antique Windex is selling for 20 bucks. And then you go back and there's 50 of them listed. What that tells you is that it's not that it's rare or hard to find. It means that it just doesn't sell. The sell-through rate is low. So that's an item that you just go, okay, there's 50 of these listed. One sells every year. Probably not even worth my time. Because first off, you're going to have to make yours the lowest price. And then by time maybe yours is possibly having sell, maybe a buyer comes around looking for that thing that there's a lot of listed and people don't look for very often. maybe somebody else is going to list one for cheaper. So that's then the other end of that is you have your $20 antique Windex, and you see that in the past 3 years, there's been 2 or 3 sold for the 20 bucks, whatever price that happens to be. And then you go back to how many are listed, and there's 1 listed or none listed. That means that that item is rare. And at that point, then you need to look at the prices and go above those. Because if there's proof that it sells, and it sells at a certain price point, you know, you don't want to go crazy, but say it, you know, again, say it sells for $20, and there's proof of it selling, and there's none listed. You don't want to sell it at $20 because you have the one. Somebody might want it. You have the only one. And that's where a lot of vintage electronics, that happens. I'll look up, see if I have one that was like that. Yeah, like this one here, this Optimus. I couldn't find a sold listing. I couldn't find a comp, but I set a above average price. And if somebody wants this unit, they're going to either make me an offer at market value, or they're going to pay what I have for it. And I might have to sit on it for a year. But when it comes up, I'm going to have the one, and that's the price they're going to pay for it. And most people, when they look something up, there's one listed, they go, well, that's how much it costs. Buy it now. So there's a lot to take in at once, but just go through the steps. It does get easier. That's also something you learn along the way, is that every step in the process becomes easier. Now when I go sourcing, something that used to take me 3 hours takes, 20 minutes, because I don't have to look up every item. So that's a plus as well. And you'll get better at it. Another, and this isn't for pricing, just a tip, something to look out for, pricing guides. Back when eBay first started, that was how you price things. You would buy pricing guides. Do not go out and pay a bunch of money for pricing guides. But if you come across them at garage sales for, quarter or whatever, pick them up. And not because the dollar values mean nothing to you. They're 20, 25, 30-year-old books. Those price guides mean nothing, but for identification purposes. I don't know anything about antique uniform buttons, but there's a lot of money in antique uniform buttons. But if I got a sack of buttons, I have no idea the difference between if it's a railroad or a subway, or if it's a remake or anything like that, or like, say, glassware, antique glassware, milk glass. All these things look almost exactly the same. So just something to look out for. Those are helpful for identification purposes. Then once you identify it, then you use those other steps, Worth Point, Therapy, eBay sold listings to make your price. But that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.